My name is Nick, and today I'm going to be teaching you the basics of skateboarding. You should know what this is. It's a skateboard. And you probably clicked on this video because you want to learn how to use one. And today I'm going to teach you. What you want to learn when attempting to ride your skateboard is which foot you want to stand forward. There are two ways to stand on your skateboard. There's goofy, where your toes are pointing to your left-hand side, like this. And there's regular, where your toes are pointing to your right-hand side. You will normally find out your stance just by trying to stand on your skateboard and finding what's most comfortable for you. But if you're having trouble, an easy way to do this is to jump and land on one foot and see which foot you land on. That foot is going to be the foot that you put forward. I landed on my right foot, and that means I'm goofy-footed. Because for me, it feels more comfortable to put my right foot forward. Now that you know your stance, goofy or regular, it's time to push off. You want to start moving, so the easiest thing to do is to just take a push. But if you don't feel confident enough to do this, you could either stand in the grass or hold yourself up with something like a pillar. In the grass, you could practice with confidence, getting a feel for how your trucks move and for how your board maneuvers. And you could feel where it's most comfortable to stand. Now that you feel comfortable standing on your skateboard like this, you want to start to take a push off. Put your feet where they're most comfortable, and when you're starting out, it really doesn't matter, as long as you're facing sideways in your stance and your feet are spread apart. You want to have one foot either on the tail like this, or resting on the back bolts. Have your front foot anywhere from the middle of the board to the front two bolts. And once you're comfortable standing, take your back foot off the skateboard, put it on the ground, and lean forward with your body weight. Push off with this back foot, and center your weight back onto your board, and bend your knees to keep your balance. When you get used to this, your pushes will start to become a more fluent motion. Once you are rolling, you need to know how to turn to control yourself. And this is the most important skill when maneuvering on your skateboard. The two easiest ways to turn is by, when you're rolling, leaning forward to turn the direction that your toes are pointing, or leaning backward, putting your pressure on the side of the skateboard where your heels are to turn that direction. So when you lean forward, you'll turn this direction, and when you lean backwards, you'll turn that direction. Sometimes you want to take a sharper turn, or maybe your trucks just aren't that loose. A way to do this is by Tacky, which is when you put pressure on your tail so your front wheel lifts up just a little bit, and you twist your shoulders in the direction you want to go, so you do a motion like this. The last thing you need to know in the basics of skateboarding is how to stop. Stopping is important so you don't run into things like this ledge. The easiest way to stop is by simply rolling and taking your back foot off the skateboard, bringing yourself to a stop. If you're going faster, you could either shuffle with your back foot or drag it along the ground. Note, when dragging it along the ground, you want to put more pressure on your front foot so you don't fall. The next way to stop is just by jumping off your board. Controlled, of course. You don't want to be going too fast so your board doesn't hit anything, but just jump off and pick it up off the ground. The last way is by pushing on your tail with your foot and dragging your heel along the ground to bring yourself to a stop. You can also step off while you do this. Hopefully this video taught you how to ride around on your skateboard and cruise around town and have some fun. I will be making other tutorial videos. Another 1 or 2 will be being released today to help you learn to do some basic tricks. And I'll see you in the next one.